Once you're satisfied, you lose relevance. And if you want to grow in life, you never be satisfied. And
Hello there. Welcome to the Wedding Podcast right in the studios of Afro Culture. Tonight, I have a special guest with us. We're going to talk about marketing and event branding, which is solely important when it comes to the industry where we all eat from. I don't even know how to describe him. This is one perfect gentleman who doesn't play with his work. Attention on details, spontaneous, and knows what he's about. Now, when you step out there, almost every time when you go close to his bar, there's this signature drink that he gives out. And most of the ladies love him for that. Wherever you find yourself or wherever you go and then you find him there, the one thing that people talk about is lab. I don't know if it be blood lab, Amasewa lab, cake lab, MC. I just don't know. But this is Cocktail Laboratory. I don't know if you know him, but most of you know the brand out there. But the face behind the brand is the main important thing we're going to talk about tonight. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kojo, Chairman, CEO, Oga Patapata of Cocktail Laboratory. Chairman, what happened?
Thank you. But first of all, I'm not a CEO. I'm a servant in the company.
And so no, you go do.
Yeah, I'm a servant in the company.
No, you go do.
Yeah.
So be honest, media, you know, go change for me. I still go hit on that because yeah, it's true. Because I think the first time I met you was at an event at Labadi Beach Hotel, somewhere 2013, 2012, thereabout.
Okay.
I was part of the production team, and then you were doing your thing as usual, and then it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
The outfit, the posture, the professionalism honestly hasn't changed. If someone saw you then, they might feel, oh, they work for somebody. But I think that was what I also felt from the beginning. But later on, I was like, the chairman, he be the chief servant, like he be the CEO and chief servant, and he's able to do it.
I went to a meeting. So I used to work for a brand called Monin Syrups. I went to a meeting one day with the business manager for Monin. Okay. They were in a meeting, and then it was actually a restaurant, and then there was this waiter that kept like looking at him, like someone with like talking to someone, you know. Then one man just said, "Oh wow, I think you are doing very very well with your cocktail thing." He was actually talking to my former boss. Yeah, you're doing very very well with the cocktail thing. I think that's amazing. Like cocktail thing, like yes, I hear you have a cocktail company. I said, no, I don't have a cocktail company. It's actually him. And like, oh, really? I thought it was you. Wow. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So it means that like only a white person can create a brand. Yeah. But that's the beauty of it. Yeah. I personally don't like showing my face when it comes to it. But I think that's it. But we're all servants. I'm a servant as everybody else.
Yeah. I think down here people despise, younger beginnings, and they see someone doing something and then not looking the way they want. They look down on them. Yeah. And
which is normal, which is okay. Yeah. But when people see what you do, they tend to copy.
Yeah, that's true. Which is
one of the most amazing things. But I always say that instead of you to look down upon somebody who is coming up, why don't you rather inspire the person?
That's true.
And help the person to become great, because nobody understands the beauty of greatness. Nobody knows where anybody else is going to be.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, I think.
Kojo, how long have you been doing this?
So, I've been a bartender for the past 12 years plus. Wow. I've been a brand manager for for Monin for 10 years.
Okay.
Cocktail Laboratory is just 4 years old.
Cocktail Lab is just 4 years.
Just 4 years.
So when I saw you then, it was for
it was for before then I used to do events. Yeah. But I know I'm good. I know we are good. So we didn't really prioritize on it, going for, because I train bartenders in Ghana, Abidjan, Sierra Leone, and things like that. How to make cocktails. So my 8 to 5 was like my biggest thing ever. And it was everything that I ever loved. Moving around, going for trainings here and there, doing trainings for people, inspiring people, giving them knowledge and things like that. Until COVID happened, and then Cocktail Laboratory was birth. I had the idea. I remember years back, about 7, 8 years. Chara Mobile Bar. She called me, and then she told me about starting the cocktail business, and then I told her plainly that, listen, I don't think I can be part of it, because
Okay.
I have the same idea, but I don't know when I will start it. I
Okay.
remember that evening, and yeah. So it was something that I always wanted to do something. One of my friends, he owns Ice King.
Okay.
I buy ice from them every time because
Okay.
when we were bartenders in Moving Big, I told them one day I'm going to have like a big company,
Yeah.
I'm going to just the lab coats, but I don't know when I'm going to start it.
Yeah.
So COVID happened, then boom, laboratory sparked that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like, I think under 4 years.
Yeah, under 4 years. So basically, yeah, and that event was one of my biggest events. Mrs. Bachman, the press, yes, her daughter's graduation.
Okay.
This is COVID time when things were like crazy.
Mhm.
Then one of my friends, Auntie Afrakuma, she used to be the operations manager for Holiday Inn Hotel. She's like, oh, could you be a party, a person be a man? And it's like COVID, so you need money.
Mhm.
And we actually, I was on half salary a month.
Yeah.
Because restaurants have closed down, you're redundant and
Yeah.
things like that. Then I remember I went to Mrs. Bachman's house. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this party for you. Yeah, we can make it happen. How much will you charge me? And I mentioned some figure.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, this is cool. I can pay for it. I'm like,
Okay.
what? Because after that time, I know the price of mobile bar, I know the price of Essential, I know the price of like Shiba. Like I know everybody's price.
Okay.
So actually to cap myself over that, and she said it's cool. I'm like, oh, there's a market for me. On the day of the event, or this Nigerian guy I've never met again, the guy comes like, yo, make me the best cocktails. Any cocktail I make the guy, he gives me $100.
How much?
$100. So on that day, I made
Ooh.
$700 from the guy. And that was my seed capital.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that guy was like everything. And he actually paid me more than I even charged the woman for the event.
Wow.
And I've never met him again. Like it was the like the most amazing thing that ever happened to me. But Mrs. Bachman actually, I remember on the bed I told her, listen, thank you very much, because you actually gave me the energy to know that yes, it's possible. Because I used to do it. I have this woman, Cynthia AJ. She owns Lysaro home supermarkets. And I used to do events for her like every single time, but there was no brand to it. So I used to come just like that with nothing, and then later on I got the lab coats with nothing on top, and I have all these pictures down. Like I have like a crazy memory. It's my first rate card. I have it screenshot. It was 17 July 2022. Like everything, that was done for me by a guy called Kweku Samson. He designed all that for me. So we are. I think we'll be 4 years in June. 4 years in June. Yeah.
Wow. So you are just under 4 years. Don't you think it's because you were out there? That was how come you've been able to move this fast? Because people will see you and think, Charlie, the guy has been in the game for long. But just like you said, you started doing your thing before you started putting your brands together in 2020 when COVID struck. I think that's it.
Yeah.
What's your take on brand positioning?
Listen, there's a story that I always say that people will address you how you dress. Okay. You can wear a Pierre Cardin suit.
Yeah.
And then wear, let's say, a nice sneaker. Or wear, let's say, a Paco and Bromeo shoes. Okay. And then go to a place without money. You can say like, listen, can I have 4 cheeseburgers, 1 fries? And it's going to happen. You can also choose to wear Charlie Watte and then wear a tattered shorts. And maybe you might even have more money than the person in the Pierre Cardin suit. But it's how the person like position themselves, how the person brand themselves. Branding is a key ingredient in everything that you do. So I always tell people that people will buy you how you sell yourself. And most of the time it's how you bring your brand outside people are going to buy you, and this is something that most people don't understand. I have a master's degree in brand and communication, so I understand branding to a very large extent. You understand me? And that's one thing that people don't actually really know about it, but branding, it's a mass, and most of the time I look at Coke Laboratory getting to like a brand resonance, with like Apple, where people cannot do without it. So
Yeah.
it's really a key ingredient in everything that you do in life. Yeah.
Because honestly, I think the way you've positioned yourself, once again, it makes it feel as though, Charlie, you be some old ancient guy for the industry. What have you done to brand Cocktail Lab that you feel like we can all learn from? Because honestly, there's something unique about Cocktail Lab.
I think people don't know that everything we come out with, there's a story behind it.
Okay.
Even this vaccine that I'm holding here, there's a story behind the vaccine. I made this vaccine to help promote people vaccinating against COVID.
Oh, so it wasn't as though you made this for us to get drunk at events.
No. So we started with, I believe in concepts. I work with over 1 million concepts. Okay. Now, every drink that we've made, right from the lantern to like a lot of tiki mugs to the vaccine to shopping carts and everything was basically, there's a story behind it. Even the Cocktail Laboratory logo, there's a reason why the top C is very stylish as compared to the laboratory. And even the colors, because women like cocktail than men, so that's why it's pink. So on the cocktail is a different style front, which is for feminine, and the laboratory down is very masculine. It's like it's straight, like bold. That's masculine. So these are things that I embodied into every single thing that I actually do. So there's a story behind every single drink that we've made. Recently, I made a drink called Clarified Pina Colada. It looks like water. I did it for the CEO for MIF, Minerals Fund, his birthday party, Nayak. And it looked like water when you drink it, it's Pina Colada. So every single drink that we've made has a story, has a reason behind it, but people don't know. I see people copying this vaccine and doing it, and you might never get the effect because the vaccine is made out of 5 different spirits combined together. It took me about 8 months to actually like come out with so you with let me just copy it, but no, there's so nobody can have the same taste of my vaccine. Because there is something unique about it that makes it very different. And you can't create that.
But how do you put this together? Is it that you have a personalized lab, in the studio somewhere that you put, drinks together to know that this is good, we can drink, this is good, we can drink? I'm saying this because I've been to events where people complain about the kind of cocktails being served, or maybe the spirits, drinks being served, right? What are you doing different to attract some of these? Because honestly, some of us know who your clientele are, right? Charlie, top.
It's just grace. It's just grace.
Charlie, not only grace. Charlie, let's be honest. The grace there, it day. Because I'm sure some of these people have experienced other brands, but yet they've stuck to you. What is it? Do you do your own, I don't know, things together before coming out to make us know exactly what you are giving us to drink?
So every single thing that we do is tried, is tested. So most of the times when we even design new cocktails, we actually try and then we test it. For example, in Cocktail Laboratory, we don't serve mojito with soda water, but with orange juice.
I'm a layman here. I don't know how that works. The mojito and the
mojito
soda water.
Simple syrup, lemon juice, mint leaf, crush them together with soda water. But as we do it, same process and everything, but we add orange juice to it. Now, every single syrups or juices that we use, we actually tried and tested it. Like, this is it. And most of the times, when it's out of stock, you have to change the whole menu by itself because this is what we've tried, this is what we know. So, also to build that consistency thing, And I used to have like this morning studio where I go there, we make drinks, we try them, we experiment them. And then once it's amazing, then we share. Sometimes I do even focus groups. So I bring people together, like, let's try this and see. We make it up. Is it good? Is it not good? What can we change? I take all the feedback, like, okay, cool. Then this menu is standardized, then we can able to use it.
With everything you've said, I know somewhere 2016, you had master classes, you trained people here and there. How was the experience like? Training people who are interested in what you are doing.
The experience is good. But just that people don't want to pay for value.
Don't you think it's not their fault? Money no did the system inside.
You see, I always say that value is everything. Okay, recently I had a client who wanted me to train their staff for them. And the money he mentioned plus the money I mentioned was two different. I said, listen, I'm sorry. I can't come. Why? Because when I look at your cocktail menu, I'm saving you about 50% of spirits because the menu was rubbish.
But Kojo, how about people who are devoted, people who have it at heart that this is what I want to do, but we don't have the resources?
You see, when you're devoted, a guy wanted an iPhone. He sold his kidney for the iPhone. You know, when you're devoted for something, you actually invest into it. Listen, I tell you the truth. Yeah?
Sacrifice.
I don't believe in free. There should be a value to it. Yeah. And the value always determines the outcome. Yeah. Now, I was reading something. The guy said that when people say that they are in need, most of the time, don't give them say, I'm supporting you with this, with that. No, sometimes, yeah, let people also strive. Oh, I have two cities. Yeah. But I still like I have events here where you see the event is amazing, and how much the client pay me is because they said, listen, Kojo, this is how much I have. I still want you to be there. Yeah. I don't care. I beg you. That is a conversation. This is somebody who actually, there are people that I've raised up, and I tell you something. There was this guy that I raised up. He was in uni. I picked the boy up, raised the boy up, made the boy amazing. You know, with my mindset that he's going to be like my selection planner. When the guy finished university, he came to church and gave a testimony and said that he has opened his own business. And I didn't know about, so I was even clapping in church. Yo, that's later on for me to know the guy has also opened a cocktail business. They would have charged this guy and he left. I would have like, it's cool. Yeah. But this is somebody that I was trying to groom up to be a succession planner for my company. Yeah. You see that thing? Yeah. But imagine if there was money behind it. The value alone make it feel like, okay, you can go. But now you pick somebody up, you groom the person, you look like, oh, okay, in the next 5 years, I want to quit this thing. I want this guy to run the thing for me. Then boom, he opens his own business also to have a bar like you.
That's true.
So I personally don't believe in free. I feel like when you actually value something, if you say, oh, let's say I have this amount of money, I want to learn this thing. That money that you have alone will do like push, say, okay, cool, then let's do this thing together. Yeah. You know, but to do like a free, no, people don't value free. Wow. At least with trade, so what do I have to lose? Like, I didn't pay for anything. Yeah.
Kojo, Cocktail Lab is a big brand, whether you like it or not. It's a big brand. How do the rest of us in the industry, right, scale up to come up, that level? Because honestly, I'm not using you as a yardstick. Yeah. I've seen cocktail people, I'm sorry to say, dressed anyhow for events. Standing behind a tall bar and then wearing a tank top, a vest and serving. They could be good, but because of their appearance, people might think otherwise. So what can we do to scale up to that level? Because looks like settings, people will say, like the street word, settings, but then the right word is branding. Yeah. How can we scale it up?
Listen, everybody have the mindsets why they have a company. And most of the time, if you're not born for it, no matter how you try it, you're never going to get it or understand it right. You know, one thing that I believe in is that if you actually want to do something, I rather do it, I don't do it at all. Mm-hmm. You know, how is you need to invest into your brand. I tell you the truth. I go all the way to Spain, Paradiso, just to go and learn how to make some cocktail. I buy glasses. Some of the glasses are like $100. You know, recently, one of my godmother's her birthday party, the glass that she used was like a lip, and that cost like 450 Ghana cedis. Yes, just for one. So you need to then understand that if you actually love something, you have to invest into it, and that is the key thing that you need to understand. And secondly, also pay a brand coach, pay somebody to coach you, pay somebody. Listen, even for finance, I have somebody who advised me on finance. You know,
don't you think it's because you can afford it?
But it's also about relationship. My first financial meeting was with Dr. Tamaklo, the CEO for Now Clinic, and it was no money. No, it was no money. You know, it's personality. You know, there was this thing that Archbishop Idahosa said some time ago. Said that when you go to God and you say, God, help me, He will help you. How many of us want help? People think about competition, like, oh, I do miss my maybe. I remember one time, I remember one time at Pampram, I went to a wedding, and there was this guy that was making cocktails, and he didn't know who I was, you know. Then he said he was making Porn Star Martini. Okay, I'm like, oh, cool, let me try the thing and see. So I tried the drink. I'm like, oh, this is rubbish. I'm like, hi, what is this? A Monster Martini. I'm like, are you sure? Say, yeah, I'm one of the best guys you can ever get in town and meet in town and everything. I'm like, so what goes into it? Then he mentioned some recipe. I'm like, but it's a lie. Because I know the person who designed Monster Martini. Okay. Douglas, Douglas Anchor. I knew him personally. I even went to learn Monster Martini with him till he passed on. So I understand Monster Martini as a drink, how it should taste like and everything. He told me the story behind Monster Martini. And you are here inventing Monster Martini and doing rubbish.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So that means that, do you even know what you are doing? Like, do you understand what you are doing? Like it's okay to do, but do you know what? Because once you get an insight of what you are doing, your mental capacity is different. Because there are classic cocktails and there are signature cocktails. If you don't understand how to make a classic cocktail, you can never make your own signature cocktail because there's a formula. When it's 1 + 1 is equal to 1, which means that when you mix sweet and sour together, it should be the same.
Yeah.
Now, 1 + 1 + 1 is equal to 2, not 3, because when you mix spirits, sweet and sour, then 1 + 1 + 1 + 2, and the 2 is the garnish, is how the cocktail must look like. Do you know all these things? But today, people don't even know the formula into making things, and the formula is the basics. So if you don't understand the formula, don't think you can make an amazing drink.
Yeah, right. There's this thing out there that I am not cool with. We realize or notice that almost all the drinks you guys use for your mixing are foreign drinks.
Yeah.
We have local drinks here which are equally good we can use or maybe make the market know about. Like this brand in particular, when you mix it, we can, get something out of it. Are we doing that to sell those brands out for the world to also know? Because this is what you do. Whatever you mix out there is actually going to wherever you got your drinks from.
Yeah.
And so you're marketing them.
Yeah.
How about we, the local market here?
Listen, I tell you something, the local producers in Ghana don't want to invest into brands. Let me tell you something. I did a brand tasting for Diageo on some of their spirits. Okay. Right? This is just recently. How much money I charge them for that kind of tasting, you'd be wild. But no local brand will want to compete with it. I remember one time ago, I went to do something for Gihok. I went there for like 3 months and I got fed up and tired because the secretary told me, I used to buy back. You call him, throw back, and boom, I was done. Because you see, cocktail evolved during the Second World War time, where people felt like, let's do something different. So when you go to like in France, they started doing cognacs.
Cognacs, right? Yeah.
Okay, champagnes. All right. If you go to Brazil, they have this one of the famous rum called Kishasha. Okay. In Mexico, they have agave. They make tequilas from them. Okay. Right. Now, out of this evolving, they're like, no, I don't want to combine things together to make something. So when you go to Brazil, you have like what we call Caipirinha, which is made from the Kishasha. Okay. You have a French drink called French 75, which is made from cognac. All right. You have a drink for like old fashioned, which is a whiskey base, and they invested into the people over there. All right. And then the people actually created something amazing from them. How many local distilleries can boldly say that, listen, we want to do something with you? Like, let's combine it together. Because to actually try a cocktail is like to actually work on a drink. It's not easy. It's not just me behind the bar. No, I need to have a focus group. Yeah. Like, okay, no, I think this and this is bad. Let's do this and this. Let's make it this and this. But they wouldn't do it.
But don't you think we are not pushing enough?
How? No, you need me.
This is only you pushing.
No, but you see,
right?
it's a women thing. If you look at distillery and you come and you say, listen, have you ever had a local distillery making, let's say, like today, Hennessy is doing Hennessy My Way, where they are making bartenders to make cocktails, and then out of it, they got the best person out of it. Have you ever had like Alomo making such a challenge before? No, because I'm sure that's
not what they're looking out for. Yeah,
it's pour and go, or but you see,
yeah,
cocktails bring a different life to everything, and until the local distillers understand that, listen, this is the era. Yeah. The era is this. The era is not, because today in Europe, they are making drinks or cocktails that have even low AVB, which is the alcohol volume per the body. Because the alcohol is messing up people's kidneys. How many of these local distilleries want to invest into the market, want to invest into the space? Nobody.
Yeah.
So if I am trying to, let's say, okay, I come to you, I can help your brand XYZ, and there's a bureaucrat. No, you cannot see the M. Oh, I'll call you back. Halas, you're not doing me a favor. You're not doing me a favor.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're still here in the studio with Kojo, CEO of Cocktail Lab. I love where this is going, honestly. Kojo, let's break it down a bit. What's the process one goes through in booking Cocktail Lab?
So I think that basically it's just mostly we get a lot of people from our Instagram page.
Okay.
And then very good referrals. Yeah. Okay. Now, by the grace of God, based on the clientele that we have, most of the times, we always say that at every event, it's an next event. Mm-hmm. So I'm very careful. That's why if you look at us, every single event, there's something different that we do, something different, like just because of the kind of things that we want to run. So most of the time, just DM us. Okay, we send our rate card, and then good to go. So basically that's what happens.
But we hear you expensive.
I think price is relative. I told you the story. Last year, there was this event that I did. The girl called me. I said, I'm going to charge you this package that's like, oh, is that all?
Always
but that's what I'm saying. For example, it's your choice to choose between a Rolls Royce or a Toyota.
Yeah.
It's up to you. It's all about value and then also about experience. It's what you want. It's you.
Yeah.
If you enter into a Rolls Royce shop, you know how much you're going to spend.
Yeah.
If you enter into a Toyota shop, they're all good cars, equal cars. But come on.
Yeah.
It's
years back, the only place you get, cocktail would be maybe you go into a club or maybe a bar somewhere in town. Those were the only places you're going to get cocktail. And these days are weddings, very common.
And that's why I always applaud Mobile Bar, cocktails and Co. Tracy, very, very shy person.
Okay.
Like they actually hit up the industry. I told you. So at the point, even one of the reasons why I even started Cocktail Lab was if you mention the top 5 cocktail vendors, they're all women. Where was the guys? The guys were nowhere. Yeah.
Honestly, I thought
no,
it was a male-dominated industry.
It's female. Mobile Bar, Cocktails and Co, Cocktail and Essential, Sheba. These are all women. These are amazing women.
Now, what don't you think these are popular women we know? There are guys, a lot of guys out there, because they haven't really branded themselves. We don't know them.
I did my markets brand audits as my projects for school.
Yeah.
And there are some of them that they're not relevant. If you're not relevant, you're not relevant.
Yeah.
And when you try to do a research, you don't even find them. But I'm saying that the ladies actually they've upped the game. They upped the game. And everybody have that unique thing that they are doing. You understand me? So if you are there and maybe you also need to set up.
Yeah.
And basically that's what I always tell people. Yeah.
What's the inspiration behind your particular setup?
Inspiration, I think it's that. So I live like this. What's the next thing that we have to do? That's how my brain works.
Plan ahead.
What's next? I remember we did this event at Winneba. The lady loves seafood.
Yeah.
I have to go all the way to Azim, some village in Azim, on a canoe to get big shells to use. I remember one of the owner of Lesaro home, her birthday party last year. She's like a tree that people come to. People she takes up a lot of people. That woman is amazing, Cynthia J. I had to look for a tree and put cocktail glasses around it for welcome drink.
Wow.
Yeah. That is the depth. That is the depth at which we go when it comes to the craft that we do. So for us, it's what is next? Okay, this is done. Now what is next? And sometimes I get amused when people call me that, oh, you're lantern next year, because for me, the lantern was gone.
Yeah.
But people actually like it.
People do.
I tell you the truth.
Yeah, people
were like, but you want me lantern now? Lantern's not about. I'm like, yo, this is the concept that we started 4 years ago that we actually want to roll up and pack up. But no, that's what I want. And that is the beauty of things that we do. So it's about what is next. What do we do next? Recently we launched the cocktail fountain, where instead of you, let's say you come to the bar, and you don't want to stand for a drink, just take a straw, put it into the cocktail fountain, and just start drinking.
Wow.
Get drunk, like have fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then, with all of these being said, don't you think you are the best mixologist in Ghana?
I think that's what people say.
But what do you say?
What do I say? I think I like people to judge me.
No. But what do you? Sometimes when like Charlie, these are some and I'll be top striker.
Okay, so one time in the Bible, Jesus Christ asked the disciples,
also,
"What do you say I am?" They said, "Some say you are this." Some
Man of God.
Then Peter said that, "I think." He said, "Flesh and blood didn't reveal this unto you. If you guys said it, then it's confirmed."
Wow, that's confirmed. But are there rules and regulations mixologists adhere to, or anybody can just stand up, put things together, and serve people to drink? Because honestly,
rules and regulations.
There are lots of drinks coming into the system without FDA approving.
Yeah. Even that's even like the hard, even on the lighter note. Listen, I remember one time in Movenpick when I was a bartender. That's where I started bartending from. So I started from like a compound cleaner to a house person to a room attendant to a laundry guy, laundry to a waiter to a bartender.
Wow.
In Movenpick in bartending, I remember one time this lady came to the bar and wanted a drink, and I made a citric based drinks. And then she actually wanted something different. So I made a pina colada where I used ice cream and milk. Okay. Like I want the same thing. I made her the drink, and then after I said no. I said, "No, I want the same drink." And I made her the drink, started vomiting. It was a big issue. Wow. Because you see, when you mix citric and then lactose together, they cause food poison. People don't know that. And I remember one time, one of the popular restaurants here in Ghana at airport. I went there, the guy was he made my friend pina colada, and I tasted milk, I tasted a lemon, and I'm like, "What is this?" He said, "Pina colada." I'm like, what you put? He said, "Oh, I put coconut milk, I put pineapple juice, rum, then small lemon juice."
Wow.
Yeah. Which is food poison.
Wow.
Yes. So this is like a A-list restaurant.
Yeah.
And this is what they're doing. So it's the basics.
Wow.
Yes.
What has been your most challenging experience?
Oh, in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell you this story. This industry is full of clicks.
Honestly.
Right?
Honestly, someone will tell you it's
clicks.
A good thing.
No, it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because I feel like people grow together and get to love each other.
Yeah.
There are people that no matter what you do, you can never separate them because they know what they've been through together. Yeah. I thought some of the planners that I know this event, you will not give it to me. There's certain people that when they say, "Oh, I'm like, who's the planner? Planner here," we say, "Nah, we're there, forget it. Me na event." Oh yeah, I remember one time I was at home. This woman called me like, "Could you wait?" I'm like, "I move here." No, we got cocktails. I said, "No, we'll be on from you." I said, "One planner. What's the planner?" I'm like, "Oh, we're there, forget it for mommy."
Wow.
Which I understand. So in our own small corner, we also try to like build our own people and everything. Wow. Then one of the girls who was in charge of, like, she was the planner and decor and everything. One time she called me for an event. I sent my rate card and everything. Then I had another event in Sunyani for Cynthia J, the Lazaro man. So I'm like, "Oh, I need to confirm your event first before I go." So I called her, like I said, like, "Listen, event no what's up?" I say, "Oh, I'm on the event now, or before from." Like, "Oh, that's fine." So then I confirmed that, okay, Auntie Cynthia, now maybe my call. Oh, dear. Yeah. I got back from Sunyani. I was in class. Like this girl was calling me. She's also into mobile, but she's calling me like 10 times. I'm like, why would this girl call me? Like, what's up? So I called her like, "Hey, what's up? Why are you calling?" Like, I was like, "Kojo, where are you?" Like I want to ask you something. Like, why? What's up? You send an invoice of X or that to someone. I'm like, "Yes." Like, "Kojo, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Sorry for what?" Apparently, the girl took my invoice, took the money from the client,
and gave it to
somebody else at a very at a lesser
price.
Yes. And now this is a girl that on her wedding we said 2 bars. We didn't charge her peswa. Her bachelorette, her son's 1 year. So this is how I live my life. Okay, when anything happens to me in life, I sit down, I do a thorough reflection.
Mhm.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Where do I go wrong?
Yeah.
But so I test out, like, listen, is that how wicked you can be?
Wow.
And I think that was one of the most challenging things ever that I ever like witnessed in the industry. Like it was really tough for me because I look at how I set 2 bars up for you at your wedding.
Wow.
Like not even a peswa. I don't believe in money. I work with this girl. Something like, oh, trying to transformation is canon. Remember next month. I don't care. I mean, I like, because money is not my focus.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a
and
relationship.
that is one of the most challenging part of life. But I feel like it was meant to happen.
That's life.
Yeah, that's life. That's the beauty of life.
How about your biggest event so far?
I think every event is big for us. You'll be surprised, yeah, that the people that are small numbers actually like carry a lot of weight.
They give you value.
I tell you the truth. Let's say if I have an event for 1,000 people, and then Cynthia J called me and said, Kojo, me here, if you don't take time, I'll cancel the event if you've not paid me. But even if it's 10 people, the value that you get from an event is amazing. Like I told you, you know, and these are things that like, so me, every single event, I don't care how big or small, whatever it is the best event for me. And my guys knows that. And even if it's 10 people, I love it. But I started, my first event was with 20 people, and today we are here. Yeah. So every single event is like big for us. Like I go crazy on production. Wow. You know, the biggest fun I've ever had was at the American Embassy when they had their 44th independence celebration. Okay. That was like my biggest event. That was like almost like 2,000 people. Wow. Oh, that event was crazy. Like we set like 7 bars, you know, with ex-president Mahama. Like it was amazing. That's like the biggest that we ever did. But every single event is, for me, it's like a class. Yeah.
Wow. From the beginning, you spoke about branding, event positioning. Should vendors up their prices because the demand, you know, is coming in left, right, center?
Listen, when it comes to pricing, it's a different ballgame altogether. Okay. So how many people even know what their cost price for production is? Yeah. Do you understand me? The fact that X is charging 1,000 cedis, it doesn't mean you should charge 1,000 cedis. If you work up your price, like that, no. Let's say you are doing, let's say, at your production cost, let's say 100 cedis. You might actually stay with that. You know, upping of price is up to you, the brand. It's you, the brand. It's you. It's what you are bringing on board. It's what you are doing. That determines your price. And listen, I can charge, let's say, 100 cedis. You will charge the same 90 cedis, and nobody will even come to you. That's true. You know, yeah, and I'm telling the truth. You know, I walk into a shop. It's like a Louis Vuitton shop, and I'll see like a Louis Vuitton sneaker, and it's like, let's say, $2,000. If I see the sneaker at Zara $2,000, I'll not buy it, because for me Zara is like all for us, very economic. You know, like it's a middle class.
Everybody go
afford them. You know, as compared to like going to Prada or Louis Vuitton, where like now I come. Yeah.
That's true.
You know, so I don't charge. No, I mean, I don't charge because of anybody. I charge because of the production that we do. Okay. And our productions are very expensive. Our productions are super expensive. You know, I've gone to the length of that I even go to Abidjan to bring juices. Yeah. Just for, I remember one time with one of our big suppliers, they asked for a long time. I went to Abidjan to bring juice just to you, because I tried the juice in Abidjan that was good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. You know, this mixed berry juice in Dubai. So anytime I go to Dubai, I buy some and bring them, because I love when you use to big drinks, they're amazing. Wow. So we are very particular with us on things that we do. So let's say if I bring the juice from Dubai, look at freight, look at XYZ, even my glasses. You know, you understand me. So you see, like, we have the widest sticky marks ever in Ghana, and they are not cheap. You see that, and so that's what makes us like different from every single person. But I will not charge because listen, there was a event that happened the last time here in Ghana. I will not mention. The clients, after seeing everybody, came to me and said, "Oh, we need you for this event." I asked them, who have you seen before? They said they mentioned the person's name. I'm like, okay, we'll get back to you.
Okay.
I know the person's rate card. I didn't reduce my price.
You
Never.
kept it.
I kept it. The client said, oh, is it the best you can do? I said, yes. One was not to spoil the relationship I have with that person. And two was because I'm sticking to the brand. After I apologized to the person who actually linked me to them, like, I'm very sorry that this happened because I know they wanted me to be part of the event. But I wanted to, because for me, it's not just about trend. After trend, what else?
Yeah.
How will I pay my staff?
That's
oh,
true.
guys, we hit 5 million views. Into no, into Amoka. These guys don't care.
It doesn't translate into money.
It doesn't translate into money. You know, I have a video which is 5 million views. So who cares?
Yeah.
You understand me? So that is and that is what we are known for. That this is us.
Wow.
You know.
Could you 5 years? Let's say a little under 4 years. Are you satisfied with growth?
No.
Why?
Because the sky was the limit. Somebody broke through the sky to the moon. Yeah. And it's not even the limit. Yeah. Before then, we said if anything that you want to do to tap on yourself today is AI. Yeah. So I think that satisfaction is a sin. You can't be satisfied in life. Because if you have 1 million, it can take care of 1 million people. But why don't you rather make 1 billion to take care of 1 billion people? Okay. So we are never satisfied. Okay. As a brand, no. Because there's always room for improvement. If you check recently, we've changed even our whole glasswares. We are moving into like very different glasswares because but before then, it was the best thing ever for me, this glasswares. Some of them I bought them very expensive from Amazon. I saw some of them, I know. Because they should always change is consistent. It's not like, no. And once you're satisfied, you lose relevance. And if you want to grow in life, you'll never be satisfied. I've never seen a satisfied response before. But because I was saying, so why will you be satisfied? And I was talking about the reason why I don't do interviews and take awards. Recently, some guys telling me about award. I said, listen, I don't do awards. Do you know why? Because we are not even 5 years yet. And in Ghana, once your business crosses 5 years, then you are actually a brand. We are not 5 years. I was telling Mahogany at Mina Shiba's wedding. Yeah, Deborah Jane. I was telling her that no, we are not there yet. Like I'm telling you, God knows I'm happy and I'm thankful, but we are not there yet. You know, we are not there yet. We are never there yet. You know, because there are brands that you don't see them, but they move like huge. Yeah. Somebody like Abena, what's the name? Let's Be Seated. Yeah. You know, solid. Quiet. You know, solid. Like solid. Yeah. Solid. Yeah. Like solid. Very quiet. You know, someone like Jifa, 15 years and still relevant. And me, 4 years, I'm there. No, we are not there. I think we are even about to start. Literally, we've not started yet. Wow.
Great. Kojo, we are wrapping up soon, right? Do you think one can solely depend on talent, or they need to seek higher education or some form of education to become like you?
First of all, let me say something. Don't become like anybody. Become like you yourself, all right? But I think that education is good. Okay. Talent is amazing. Okay. But the more knowledge you have about something, the better you become of it. Okay. You know? And so focus on, like, I was asking someone who wanted to be a bartender. I said, listen, do you know your SWOT analysis? Understand it? You know your strength, you know your competitors' weakness and all these things. They have no idea. Yeah. This is not talent, this is education. Yeah. So you need to actually get to understand that talent is good, but education, knowledge is the most amazing part of it all. You know, and that's actually makes you to become who you want to become. And also, until you can do something for free, you can never ever achieve what you want to achieve. Yeah. You know, if it's about money, then, but if it's about, once you can say, I can do this for free, bam, you are there.
You have traveled out there to learn or maybe better yourself. What are some of the things you've learned out there? And if you can at least give us some few, countries you've been to learn or maybe better yourself?
There was something that I was telling a friend of mine last week. Have you watched this movie before, Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
remember in Kung Fu Panda 1, the man, the duck told Po, that Po, I will tell you the secret in making the best recipe for noodles. So when Po thought that his desire to become the panda was over, he said, "Tell me the secret in making the best noodles." He said, "It's nothing." He said, "Why?" He said, "For you to make something amazing, you have to believe that it's amazing." Then Paul opened the scroll, saw his face, and like, "I have to know." So it's you. You understand me?
Yeah.
I have got a chance to be at. I've been to Paradiso. Last I was in Paradiso. I did Paradiso in Barcelona. I did SIPs. Okay, I go for trainings in Dubai. I go for just to understand. And sometimes you go there. I remember in Paradiso, they have this cocktail that comes in a shell, but it's actually a plastic shell.
Okay.
So I told them that, I also have a cocktail in a shell, but mine is actually the actual shell. They said, "How did you get this?" Because we cannot get the big shell, but you're actually making cocktails in the real shell. Ours is plastic. You understand? But I just go there to know, like, what are they doing there that I am not doing here in Ghana, and also to learn a few trades, because I tell you the truth, they are much more advanced than us.
Yeah.
I tell you, and based on that, they're able to make a lot of things. But how many of the guys coming up can actually invest into this kind of thing, into this kind of craft? Because even if you don't understand the basics, what about the extraordinary? And as I said, if you don't understand the formula in making cocktails, forget it. You can never make amazing cocktails.
Wow. Because as an industry, what can we do to maybe better ourselves, right? Not just the cocktail industry, like the whole event industry as a whole. Because when you go to every sector, people have grievances. Every sector. And people are complaining about other people doing this to them or doing that to them. But when it comes together, all in all, when the dust settles, what can we do to better ourselves?
You know, there's something that we should be able to always check. I've always said that people who are maltreated end up maltreating other people too, like, without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
You have to. I always say that I don't lose people rather lose me, because the length and the people that when I give them events, they're like, "Hey, Kojo, now we're there," and like, "Hey, Kojo, no, we're there." Like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm event come out." Why? Because of my personality. Listen, you cannot do all the events yourself.
Yeah.
You can be the most. I remember one time. I remember Kojo's wedding. That event. I remember there was this girl. She, one of the people over there. I'm not mentioning the name.
Okay.
And she had people that she tagged on the videos.
Okay.
Meanwhile, some of us, we're news or tagging everybody. When I saw, you know what I did? I deleted her from all my posts.
Oh.
And Kojo's event, after that event, I gained about 20,000 followers in a week. Yes. Because you might be, the thing is that, bro, you can be big today, but tomorrow you are nothing.
Yeah.
Because today we are in a Gen Z era.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what was relevant years back is not relevant again.
Relevant now.
But let's build unity.
Yeah.
Let's support people. Like yo, I know that in the industry, Obikawa, but yeah, there are also good people inside the industry.
That's true.
Let's understand that today I'm here, tomorrow I can never be here because somebody might take over.
Yeah.
But most of the times, that's why I always love someone like Birdman. When I realized that he was leaving the hip hop industry, he trained Lil Wayne and Co and Drake and them, and now they are moving the industry. Why can't we be like that? So competition is good, but let's try to minimize it. You cannot be the best forever.
That's true.
It's impossible.
That's true. Let's align 5, important, should I even say lines that can at least propel somebody who wants to join, the cocktail industry, go through. Maybe if you can do 5 or more, we don't mind.
Well,
right?
The truth is that it's your personality.
Yeah.
It's you as a person. It's if that is what you actually want to do. Because sometimes that's not what you want to do. Like a nurse who is on his phone whilst a guest is dying. I almost slapped a nurse some time ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Because my friend was actually sick, and we got there and like Mkucha was say, I'm going to say on the phone, I'm like, are you okay? Sometimes a person, maybe not, it doesn't have to be a nurse.
Yeah.
But if they're forced,
circumstances,
and a nurse, no. Yeah. But that is not it, So you should, and you know what now is that once you actually love something, everything you will ignite to make it better. I can tell that, you have to have passion, you have to do this, have knowledge, but is that what you want to do? I remember in mostly my training, I asked the people that if you know you are forced to come here, walk out. But everything that I would say will be like beans and gogomi in your mind. You don't even pick it up. But if you actually want to be here, you actually open up your minds to be able to absorb, And the biggest thing I can ever say to anybody else who wants to be a bartender is understand what you are doing. Because once you understand what you are doing, there's somebody for everybody. The same way I met somebody that actually just one business and everything about my brand changed. The same way also, if you're a good person, you're an amazing person, and you have knowledge of what you are doing, you meet one person and everything about you will change. But sometimes, just wait, your time will come.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, before we even sign out, you heard from the doctor, the doctor himself.
No, I'm actually not a doctor yet, okay? There was this guy that, he said I was a disappointed doctor because I wear lab coats, and then I'm not a doctor yet. I said, listen, give me some years, very soon I'll be a doctor. Because of him, I'm actually going to do a PhD.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I want to show him that. And the day that I'll graduate, I actually invite him to my graduation that, yes, the doctor is done.
Wow.
Yeah.
First ever on this set, mark it on your calendar. The first bartender with a PhD is going to be.
Bartender.
There's a difference, right?
Yeah, there's a difference.
And I'm sure we're all learning.
Mixologist is like a chef.
Chef.
Yeah.
So like the only mixologist with a PhD certificate. Very, very, very soon. It's going to be my brother here, Kojo. So when you go straight to cocktail lab, make like almost everything you're going to eat or drink or whatever is going to be from the doctor's angle. So if you drink, I don't want to mention the brand's name, it's definitely going to come from the doctor's side. But hey, we've learned a lot. We've really had fun, and then it's been very interactive and educative. Right? I'm sure, Charlie, we need to do a part 2 of this, Kojo. We need to do a part 2 of this because there's so many things you have to tell.
We can do part 2 next week.
How much?
1 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, baby, I'll see you next time. Ciao.